Okay. All right. Hey, Valerie, how are you doing? Good, good, good. You okay over here? Is that fine? Just watch your step. I got the cord. You're welcome. Okay. So welcome everybody. Pilates All Levels with me, Mike, today. Hope you're feeling good. We're gonna start slow, seated, working on our posture a little bit, focusing on trunk, shoulder blades, and hips. Okay. Please don't push through any pain. Listen to your bodies. Okay. So we'll start seated here. Our feet about hip width distance apart, knees bent, feet towards the front of the mat. And let's just grab behind our legs. We'll close our eyes for a moment here. Okay. Trying to keep our feet flat on the floor. Use your arms just a bit to help pull your posture upright. Our shoulder blades are back and down. All right. And let's focus on our breath here, breathing into the sides of the ribs. We can create that lateral breath in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Okay. Rooting through our sit bones, keeping the chest open, shoulder blades back, inhaling in through the nose. As you exhale, let's pull in with those abdominals, drawing everything inwards. Okay. Now let's take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, let's start to round the spine. So we pull the abs in. Let's get that curvature in our low spine. Okay, we can round the low back. Keeping the shoulders stacked above the hips. Let's sit up tall, inhale. Using our arms, keeping our chest open. We exhale to round. Okay, so those abs work. Drawing everything inwards. We pull that navel in towards the spine, finding that curvature. And inhale to sit back up, keeping the shoulder blades back, working the upper back, and then exhale to round. Okay, rounding the spine, pulling everything inwards. Get that low back to stretch. Now let's inhale, sit up tall. All right. Now exhale, let's pull in with our abs. Let's start to round the low back under, okay? So keep that curvature, roll the body back, keep a good grip on your legs. We can take the body back, the low spine rounds into the floor. We breathe in, exhale, you can use your arms to roll yourself back up to seated, shoulders over the hips. We sit up tall to inhale. Exhale, it's round. All right. Low back tucks under, the pelvis tucks under, the low back rounds. Keep those abs in. Eye gaze straight through our knees. We breathe in. Exhale. Use your abs, doing your best to keep your feet flat on the floor. Let's do a couple more like that. Sitting up tall, inhale, and then exhale to round. Finding that C curve, rolling the body back, rounding that low spine imprints into the floor. We breathe. Exhaling forward. All right, sitting up tall, inhale. Last time, exhale, round, pulling in with those trunk muscles, getting that curvature, rolling the body back. Work that low back into the mat. We inhale, exhale, pulling everything in. Now, press your hands onto the tops of your shins. Use those arms to flatten the back. Keep your feet anchored onto the mat. Abs are in, reach the arms parallel to the floor. Take a breath in, exhale, let's round the spine again. Taking the body back, rounding, rolling. Let's hold the low back into the mat. Stay lifted in your chest. Keep those arms reaching. Take a breath in. Now exhale, see if you can curl the body an inch forward, just an inch higher. Inhale back. Exhale, fold just a little deeper. Inhale back. Exhale, fold again a little deeper. One more. Exhale, up, 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 up. Inhaling everything to the floor. Let's scoot down towards our heels. bending our knees, feet flat on the mat, hands by our sides. Okay, so nice neutral alignment in our pelvis and spine. Eye gaze straight up towards the ceiling. Okay, let's breathe into our abdominals again here on our back. Same breath pattern as we were seated, breathing into the sides of the trunk. Chest nice and open. Let's inhale to take your right knee out to the side. Okay, keep your abs active. Don't let the back arch, and then exhale that right knee back. We return. Now inhale the left knee out to the side. Exhale that knee to return. So we alternate dropping knees here. We breathe in. Inhale that knee out, exhale it back in. Keeping the pelvis and spine as still as possible. It's an inhale out. Exhale that knee back, we return. Inhale the right knee out to the side. Exhale that knee back, we return. Okay, keeping our posture, the chest stays square to the ceiling. Exhaling that knee back in. Inhale the right knee out to the side. Exhale it back in. Okay, one more left knee. Nothing else moves. We just get that rotation within the hip joint. We exhale that knee back. Now hold in center. Take a breath in. Now exhale, can you lift your right leg tabletop? All right, same idea here. Inhale, place that right foot to the floor. Don't let the pelvis or spine shift. Exhale the left leg up, tabletop. Inhale, set that foot to the floor. Exhale, the right leg lifts, tabletop. Okay. Inhale, set the foot down. Exhale, the left leg lifts. So can you keep that pelvis as still as possible, pulling in with the abs, no shifting in the hips. You can even take your hands to your hip bones or on the sternum and just below the navel, just feeling the consistency in your posture, pulling that navel inwards. Exhale the right leg up, one more, set it to the floor. Exhale the left leg up, tabletop. Inhale it to the mat. Now keep your hands by your sides, readjust your feet, make sure that they're hip width and 8 inches from your sit bones. We breathe in. Exhale, let's pull in with our abs again. Let's tuck the pelvis under, flattening the low back into the floor here. So maximize that tuck in the pelvis without squeezing the glutes or gripping the hamstrings. Just pull the navel inwards. That low back rounds into the floor. Now find neutral. Let's inhale and exhale, tucking the hips under. Okay, so pull the navel in, flatten that low back to the floor, and then back to neutral. We inhale. Again, exhale to tuck. So create that tilt in the pelvis. We flatten the low spine into the mat. And then back to neutral. Again, keeping the glutes quiet. We don't want to squeeze with the glutes. Scoop the hips under, imprint the low back into the mat. Find neutral. Let's go one more. Exhale to tuck. Okay. Back to neutral, inhale. Now exhale, tuck the pelvis under again. Let's flatten the low back. We'll start to elevate the hips. Okay, those glutes, those hamstrings kick on. Lifting, peeling the spine up one vertebra at a time. So we get that hip extension here, keeping the shoulders back. Okay, deep breath in, hold that tuck, hold that bridge. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down. All right, so very important. We start our session off with pelvic curls here. Okay, these bridges are so important. Inhale to neutral, we breathe in. So neutral, we create that low back space. Exhale, pulling in with the abdominals, the navel draws in. Keep the sternum down, elevating, peeling the spine up one vertebra at a time. So keeping that tuck, we breathe in. And exhale to roll down slowly. Okay. So keep that tuck consistent. That's going to help to work each piece of the spine into the mat. Finding neutral, inhale. Again, exhale, pulling everything inwards, really focusing on that trunk drawing in, elevating the hips. Exhaling all that air out. Take a deep breath in, big inhale. Exhale to roll down slowly. Okay, really concentrating on working each piece of the spine and in the mat. We'll do one more bridge, find neutral inhale. And again, exhale. Flattening, elevating the glutes, the hamstrings they kick on. Those hamstrings, they work together with the abs to keep that tuck in the pelvis. Now hold it here at the top. Let's all float our hands above our shoulders. Palms face each other here. Now keep your position. Inhale the right arm out to a T. Exhale that right arm back to center. Inhale the left arm out to a T. Keep the trunk active. Keep those glutes firing. Inhale the right arm out. Exhale it back to return. So we alternate arms here, keeping those abs in. The pelvis stays still. One more right arm. We return. Last one, left arm. We return, hold, inhale. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down. Keep those arms reaching towards the ceiling. Work each piece of the spine into the mat. Rock your hips to neutral. Let's crawl our feet and knees together now. Take your arms out to a T and inhale. Take your knees to the right. So keep the feet glued together, feet and knees stuck together. We take our knees to the right. That left foot stays glued to the right foot. So the bottom of the feet flip to face the left side of the room. Now we exhale, rotate the trunk, return to center, other side. Inhaling our knees now to the left. All right. We get that twist here. And then we exhale, pulling in with our trunk muscles again to return. So we alternate sides, breathing in, taking the knees over. Exhale, pulling in with our abdominals to return, alternating sides. Inhaling over, keeping our shoulders anchored to the mat. Exhaling back, we return. Deep breaths as you move. Inhaling over. Exhaling back. Pulling in through the midline of the body. We make this twist happen. It's an inhale over. Exhale, pulling in with our trunk. We return. Okay. One more to the right. We get this twist, keeping our shoulder blades rooted, anchored to the floor. So back, one more to our left. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Now we hold in center. Let's all interlace our fingers behind our head. The elbows lift into our peripheral vision, okay? Take a deep breath in. On our exhale, let's pull the navel in towards the spine. The head, neck, and chest lifts. Eye gaze to our knees. Hold, inhale. And then exhale to lower back down. All right, we breathe in again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Pulling everything inwards. The head, neck, and chest lifts. Okay, inhale, prepare, or inhale at the top. Exhale down, keeping the feet and knees lightly squeezing together. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Can you keep your hips still? Draw the navel inwards. The upper, or rather mid back, can round into the floor. Inhale. Exhale down. All right, again, inhale, prepare. Exhale, chest lifts up. Lifting, getting that head, neck, and chest to lift. Deep breath in, we hold. Exhale back down. Two more like that. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Everything pulling inwards, getting that flexion in the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale to return. One more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Take a breath in. Let's all grab our legs, coming up a little higher in the spine. Now, maintain this height, maintain this chest lift. Can we inhale the hands behind our head, stay lifted, and then exhale to lower down. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Head, neck, and chest will lift. Finding that flexion. Take a breath in. Let's grab our legs. Again, coming up a little higher. Stay lifted. Take the hands back. And then exhale to lower down. Let's go one more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Everything pulls inwards. Get that flexion. Deep breath in. Grab those legs. Coming on up a little higher. Keep that height. Now inhale, take the hands back behind your head. Exhale, lower everything down. Now separate your feet. Hip width distance, elbows go wide. Let's see a bridge here. Exhale to flatten your low back into the mat. Let's elevate the hips up. Keep the fingers interlaced. Elbows wide, shoulders back and down. All right, alternating flexion with extension here. So drive with the hips, hold, inhale. Exhale to roll the spine down. All right, working each piece of the spine into the mat. To neutral, inhale, lifting the elbows up. In your peripheral vision, we exhale to lift, to lift, to lift, okay? Inhale, hold. Exhale to lower back down, all right? Elbows wide, inhale. Exhale, tuck the hips under, flattening the low back, elevate the hips up into your bridge again, okay? As you lift the hips up, make sure the ribs stay down. Work the glutes, the hamstrings, keeping that tuck. Hips lift, deep breath. Exhale, rolling the spine down. Work the spine into the mat, okay? Round that low back into the floor. Find neutral, inhale, elbows in your peripheral vision. Chest lifts again. We lift, we lift. Now this time, reach your arms long past your legs. Come up a little higher. All right, now keep the height. Let's inhale the hands back behind your head. Stay lifted. Exhale, the right leg lifts. Tabletop, okay? Inhale the foot down, stay lifted. Exhale, the left leg lifts tabletop. Those abs stay active. Pelvis remains still. Right leg lifts. Okay? Inhale it down. And then exhale, the left leg lifts. Inhale it down. One more right leg. Inhale it down. Exhale, the left leg lifts. Inhale it down. Exhale, rotate your upper body to the right. Small rotation in the spine. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. 4 more each side. Exhale to rotate. Inhale back. Exhale to rotate. Inhale back. And go. Inhale to return. Exhale, staying lifted. Getting our core to really work. Getting those obliques to fire. Inhale. Exhale. We got 1 more each side. Staying lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Last one. Inhale back. Exhale to the floor. Just take your arms out to a T. Cross the right leg over the left. And bring your knees to the left for a twist here. Stay tall in your alignment. Left hand on your right knee. You can push down into that knee, reaching the right arm out to a T here for an awesome twist in the spine. We can also get a good stretch through the hips a little bit. Whew, reaching those arms out. Left arm to a T, pulling in with your trunk. Let's switch legs. Left over right. Take your knees now to the right. Right hand on that left leg. So important to get these twists and opening and mobilizing the spine, and rotation is key. Deep breaths in, but still we want to think of length. You want to be tall. You never want to rotate while your spine is too compressed. Okay, or rather, we don't want to be rounded in the spine when we go into these deep rotations like we are now. So both arms back out to a T. Pull in with your trunk to return. You'll uncross your legs. Hands down by your sides. Float the right leg left to tabletop. Float the left leg to tabletop. Here, shins parallel. Take your knees to the right for a full spine twist. Now it's tricky here because our arms are down by our sides, not out to a T. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left, okay? If our arms were out to a T, we'd be able to create a little more range of motion. We'd have more stability. Exhale to return. However, with our arms by our sides, we decrease our range of motion a bit. That's good. Pulling in with those trunk muscles, really keeping those abs active throughout this rotation. Okay, a few more. Still prioritizing our shoulder blades on the mat. Pulling everything to return. Inhaling over, or rather drawing everything inwards as we return. One more to the right. Exhale back. One more to the left. Inhale. Now exhale back. Now hold in center. An exercise we sometimes do, corkscrew. Straighten your legs as much as you can. Feet stack over the hips. You'll feel that those hamstrings stretch a little bit. Let's take our feet to the right. Inhale over. Exhale, circle the legs down around to the left and return. So keep it small to start. Inhale the knees over. Exhale the legs down and around and return, okay? Yes, the abs are working, but really focus on stabilizing the spine as you move, okay? Keeping your body as safe as possible from hyperextending in the low back. Keep the rib cage down, shoulder blades back and into the mat. Inner thighs remain active and together. One more to the right. Inhale, exhale, down and around and back. Last one. Exhale, down and around and back. Now hold, bend the knees, hug those knees to your chest, rock side to side. Okay, so the hip flexor's got some work. Rocking side to side, work the low back into the mat, rounding it. And let's take our feet to the floor one at a time, hands by your sides. Now, let's get that bridge in. Take a deep breath. Exhale to round the low back into the floor, elevating the hips, getting that nice hip extension. All right. Keep that tuck, chest nice and open. Work your arms into the floor. We inhale. Exhale, lift the left leg up, tabletop. All right, now inhale, touch the left foot to the floor. Exhale that leg back up. Shoulder bridge prep here. Inhale the foot down. Exhale up. Okay, this hinging motion of the hip joint. Stable through that whole right leg. 2, 1. Inhale the foot down. Reconnect to the hips. Inhale. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down. One vertebra at a time. Now, find neutral. Take a breath in. Exhale, pulling in with our abdominals, elevating the hips back up. All right, peeling up, elevating, using the glutes, the hamstrings, elevating the hips. Inhale, exhale, stabilize the body on the left leg, the right leg lifts, tabletop. Now inhale, the right foot touches. Exhale to lift. Inhale, touch, exhale, lift, eye gaze stays straight up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, touch, exhale to lift. Keeping stable on the leg for 3. Inhale, exhale up 2. Inhale, exhale up 1. Now inhale, set that foot down, retuck through the hips. Inhale, take the arms overhead, palms face the ceiling. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down, one vertebra at a time. Keeping those arms reaching overhead, we get a deep stretch through our lats. Now rock your hips to neutral. Take it, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands up over your shoulders, the head, neck, and chest lift back up. Okay, hold. Lift the right leg up, tabletop. Left leg to match. Hold here, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, take the arms up, perpendicular to the floor, bend the elbows, interlacing the fingers behind your head, extend the left leg, rotate the trunk to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, switch. Okay, breathing slow and controlled. We get this rotation in the spine with hip extension. Exhale, rotate and go. Inhale through center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Keep the elbows wide. And go deep breaths as you move. One more to the right. One more to the left. Exhale that air out. Inhale, both legs in. Grab those legs. Pull the knees to your chest, lying on your back. Rocking side to side here. Okay. Pulling those knees in, legs together. Now take a breath in. Exhale, pulling in with your abs. Push those knees into your hands as you lift your head, neck, and chest up, rounding up to seated. Balancing now on our sit bones, legs together. We are round in the spine. Elbows can be slightly out to the sides. We can grip our hands down towards our ankles a little bit. All right, you can also regress, bringing your hands up towards your knees. So that's also an option here. So we are round in our spine. We inhale, take the body back. We roll back to the base of our shoulder blades. Exhale up to seated, we pause. Inhale back, breathing. Exhale up, pause. This is our roll like a ball. Stay round, inhale. Roll back, exhale up to pause. Moving with the breath, inhale. Okay, exhaling up, couple more. Really rounding, rolling out the spine. So important we get this curvature in our spines. Okay, stay round. Last time. Inhale back. Set your feet to the floor. Take the legs long. Let's sit upright. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. So we're tall in our upright posture. Knees can be bent, that is okay, or legs can stay straight. Exhale, let's rotate to the left, pulling in with your core muscles. Inhale to return. Exhale to your right. Getting these twists in again. Very important work. Be mindful of the position of your pelvis. We don't want the legs to shift forward and back. Okay, use your trunk muscles to make this twist happen, not the hips. Okay, go only as far as your trunk will take you. The arms may all stay work, or they can work to throw our spine in rotation, but we want to avoid that. All right, we go to the right. Inhale back, let's rotate to the left. Let's take the right hand to the left leg, left arm behind us. Use our arms. Let's rotate the upper body to our left here. So yeah, you can push your hands into your leg there, into the mat behind you, still working to sit up tall. All right, like I said earlier, we want length in the spine as we rotate. Now, pull in with the abs, rotate back to center. Let's go the other direction. So pull in with your core. Yeah, keep the hips still. It's tempting to want to hike the hips a little bit here. Rotate your upper body to the right. Left hand to the right shin, right arm behind us here. Using our arms as an assist to twist the body. Okay. Getting that rotation. And then keep the abs in as you lace the hands back behind your head. Rotate back to center. Now separate your feet about shoulder width distance. Okay, before our spine stretch here, let's get into some hip work here. Lift the left leg up to meet the right foot. Set it down. Abs stay in. Trunk active. Lift that foot back up. Set it back in line with your shoulder. Lift the right leg up. Set it down. Lifting it back up to the floor. Alternating legs here. Getting that hip strength. Okay, that activity within the hip joint. We often shy away from strengthening our hip flexors, but it's actually very important. Okay, keep the abs in. Try not to sit up too tall. That's the mistake I make, is I arch my upper back. And what that does is it throws off my abdominal support. So keep the ribs down. You'll actually find that it might be easier to lift these legs up with the rib cage down. Okay? Now step the right foot back, hold. Take the hands out in front of you. Maybe sit up a little taller. You might feel that you can. Take a breath in, exhale, nod your chin to your chest, round and roll the body forward. Take those hands past the heels. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Exhale, pulling in with the trunk muscles. Excuse me, rounding and rolling the body all the way up to seated here. Okay, deep breath in, exhale, rounding the upper back, rolling the body forward. Now, keep those abdominals active. Really try to reach the sit bones back, almost flattening the spine. Here, inhale. Exhale, keep the abs in, slowly stacking the body back up. We'll do a couple more spine stretches. All right, yes, it's a stretch, but it's very much an active stretch here. Take those hands past the heels. We breathe. Exhale, reversing, rolling, stacking up. Let's go one more. Inhale, exhale. Rounding and rolling, reaching the hands past the heels. We breathe. Exhale, pulling in, stacking the body up tall. Sit upright here. Let's interlace our fingers in line with our chest here. So some upper back shoulder blade work here. It's going to help warm us up for our side planks. Pull with the left arm, resist with the right. Keep the body square. It's tempting to want to rotate the trunk here. Keep the body square forward as we pull with the right, resist with the left. So really focusing on getting that strength in the upper back and shoulder blades, pulling those hands apart. Try to line the hands up the shoulder on the side that you're pulling towards. Okay, really getting that upper back strength here. So important here that we keep these muscles strong and conditioned. Okay, abs are in. Let's go one more to the left. Pull and resist. One more to the right. Pull, resist, return to center, hold in center, take the hands away from you, circle the hands in line with your navel. Keep the hands pulling towards you, bring the hands up in line with your forehead. Take the hands away and back up. Keep pulling in either direction. Good. Abs are in, reaching, circling. Let's reverse those circles. Getting some strength in the upper back again, still pulling in either direction. Up, 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 and back down. Really getting that work back there. One more circle. And just relax everything down. So it's not just our shoulders and our upper back that are working. Our triceps get some work too. Okay. Rounding forward. Just taking some breaths in, easing into this fold. Okay, let's bring our legs together. Scoot to the front of your mat. Find your C curve. Arms parallel to the floor. We breathe in. Exhale, let's roll the spine back. Okay, tucking the hips under, working each piece of the spine in the mat, taking the arms overhead. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts up, our roll up here. Exhale to roll all the way to seated. Okay, keeping that curvature, we breathe in. Exhale to round and roll back. Working each piece of the spine into the mat. Arms reach overhead. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts up. Exhale, pulling in with those trunk muscles. Getting that curvature, inhale. Exhale, rounding and rolling back, keeping our legs anchored to the floor. Couple more, inhale. Exhaling up to seated. Deep breath in. Exhale. Rounding, rolling. We got one more. Inhale, hands come up, Head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale up to seated. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's lie all the way on our back here, preparing for our rollover. Shoulder blades back and into the mat. Pull in with the abs, lift the right leg up tabletop. Okay, pull in with the abs deeper, lift the left leg up tabletop. Okay, now straighten the feet up over the hips, inhale. Exhale, pulling in with the abs, stacking the hips above your shoulders, reaching the feet behind you. We inhale, flex, separate the feet, reach the feet towards the floor. Exhale to roll the spine slowly down. Okay, point through the feet, bring the legs together, inhale, stack the feet up over the hips, exhaling the legs up and over. We inhale, flex, separate, hinge at the hip joints. Take your feet to the floor, keep the sit bones reaching to the sky. Exhale to roll down. Point the feet, circle the legs together, reset, inhale, exhale. Legs reach up and over, they flex, separate, hinge, inhale, toes to the floor. Exhale to roll the spine down, point the feet, legs together, one more, inhale. Exhaling up and over, inhale, flex, separate, hinge at the hips, toes to the floor. Exhale to roll the spine down, point the feet, circle the legs together, pull the knees into your chest, and rock the body side to side, just relaxing the spine into the floor a bit. All right, slide the left leg long along the floor. Take that right leg across the midline of the body. Let's take that knee to the left side of the mat. You can push it into the floor, reach the right arm out to a T. All right, opening, keeping tall. Whew. Getting that deep twist, okay? Breathing in. And then hug the right knee to your chest, left leg to match. Slide the right leg long along the floor. Take the left leg across the midline of the body. Set it to the floor if you can. Try to push into that knee, opening your chest to the sky. Okay. Breathing in, twisting here. Tall in our alignment. And then hug your knees to your chest. Rock side to side just a little bit. Okay. And then take your feet to the floor. Let's all flip onto our left side. Okay, we're gonna lie on our left side here. Let's get into some good hip work, side lying work. You can face my direction. You can, if you can't, you can see me in the mirror, whatever works for you. Let's keep our heels bent. Okay, knees bent, heels in line with our tailbone. Okay, now on our left side, we want to make sure that there's space between our left side and the floor. All right, let's take our right hand on the hip. Hips are stacked, pelvis level. Let's lift that right knee up. Getting into that outer hip work, that glute work again. All right, like the bridges we were doing, strengthening our glutes. Now we can abduct the hip, we can get that outer glute to work. Similar to our knee dropouts, okay, that we did in the beginning of class. Hips and pelvis absolutely level. Inhale, exhale to lift. So you get that rotation within the hip joint. That outer hip, it fires to lift that knee up. Last 3, 2, 1, lift. Knees together. Now pull the knees up a little bit so your legs are at more of a tabletop position or in line with your hips. Let's lift that whole right leg up, okay? Exhale it down, or rather inhale, the whole leg lifts. You can relax the ankles, so getting a little deeper into that glute work, all right? And lifting, lifting, lifting. One more. Lift that thigh up. Now bring the legs together, straighten the legs long. Okay, so I felt some work in that glute there a bit. Let's take the right hand in front of your chest, point the feet, tall in your alignment, press the bottom leg up into the top, hike the right hip towards your ribs. Okay, so the inner thigh and that bottom leg fires, hike the right hip up towards the ribs, lowering down, inhale, exhale, pulling everything inwards, lifting the feet up off the floor. Two more. One more. Lift, lift, lift. Inner thigh work, oblique work to the mat. Now, bend the knees, heels in line with your tailbone. Come on up to your left elbow. Okay, now in this side plank position, we want to be active. We don't want to slouch into our side here. We want to pull the ribs under so we have a flat diagonal from our head, spine, tailbone towards the floor. All right, hips are level. Okay, shoulder blades active, right arm to a T. Thread that right arm between your left elbow, left hip. Okay, reverse, opening the body back up. And again, threading that arm through, squaring the shoulder to chest towards the floor, open the body back up once more. Okay. And open back up. Let's hold, push the knees into the mat, lift the hips up, bend that right elbow, right, the fingertips to the right side of your head, rotate the body, same movement as before. Now with the hips elevated, opening the body back up. Two. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Open, open, open. So much trunk control here. One more. Breathing in. Opening back up. Hips to the mat. Find your mermaid posture. Let's tilt our upper body to the right. So here we can get a great stretch on that whole left side of the body. Opening that oblique. Rotating your upper body to that right leg. And return, opening up. Let's stack the body upright, okay? And we'll switch sides, everyone. Come on down to your right side. Head will rest on your right arm here, okay? You can still face the same direction. We just want to lie down on the opposite side here. Now, pull in with the abs. Let's lift that left knee up. Inhale, okay? Heels in line with our tailbone. Exhale. That leg up. Okay, keep the abs in, trunk active, stable through the spine. We return. And lifting. And returning. And lifting. Okay, couple more. Getting this whole left glute to really fire. We get that rotation within the hip joint. One more time. Okay, bring the knees together. Let's pull the knees in line with our hips here. Let's lift that left leg straight up and return it. Okay, detaching the feet and knees. Keep your trunk active, pelvis stable. Lifting, really getting those outer hips to work. And up. We return and go for 3. We lift for 2. Lift, lift, lift. Let's do one more. Knees together and up, up, up. Legs together. Now slide your legs long. Feet together. Pull with your left side oblique. Hike the left side hip to that left side rib cage. Press the bottom leg up into the top. So get that right inner thigh to fire. Lifting up and lowering down. Inhale. Exhale, pulling in with our trunk. Bottom leg presses up into the top. Keep tall into your spine or keep long in your spine. Lifting, lifting, Lifting and lowering. Couple more. We go up, we go up, we go up. And down last time. Pulling in through the midline and setting our feet down. Now bend your knees back so the heels line up with your tailbone. Come on up to that right elbow again. Reach the left arm to a T. Thread the left arm between the right elbow, right hip, and then untwist to return. Okay. Thread through, rotate, opening back up. Last time, thread through, rotate, open back up. Now, push the knees into the floor, bend the left elbow, rotate the upper trunk, square the chest towards that right arm, open the body back up. Okay, 2 more. Rotating, rotating, opening back up. Last time, opening up hips to the floor. Let's find that side bend position. So we're upright. We'll tilt our upper body now to our right, or to the left. We'll stretch the right side, opening that side up. Breathing and doing your best to keep your right sit bone on the floor. You can rotate to square your upper body towards that left leg a bit. And let's open the body back up. We'll stack the body back up here. Let's make our way into a prone position on our stomach now. Okay. So let's bring our feet and knees together, hands below our shoulders, okay? So active in the inner thighs a little bit. Pull in with the abs. Inhale to lengthen your head, neck, and chest forward and up. And then exhale to lower down. All right, again, inhale. Abs are in, tall and long in the spine, lengthening through the upper back. Exhale to resist down. Again, inhale. Lengthening long. Getting that length through the spine. Exhale to resist down. Couple more. And down. Once more, once more. Tall and long, tall and long. Working the upper back. Now hold at the top here. Can you slide your arms forward? Push your elbows into the mat. Okay. Pull the abs in. Let's lift the left arm, right leg. Set it to the floor. Lift the left leg. Right arm, set it to the floor. Alternating here. Right leg, left arm, and down, being very mindful of our movement here. Work through the shoulder blades. Okay, work through the hips. The glute fires first, then the hamstring. Okay, glute, hamstring, shoulder blades. Abs stay in as we move here. Tall through our spine. We want to be long. Okay? Again, left arm, right leg. Last one, right arm, left leg, and relax everything down. Just interlace your fingers below your forehead, bend your knees, and just take your feet side to side. Just getting some traction here in the low back. Getting some length in the spine here, breathing. All right. And let's take our legs long. Let's push our elbows into the floor. Take your hip back towards your heels. Stretch the arms overhead. Just breathe into your trunk here. Getting a nice low spine stretch. Okay, and then hands and knees here. Spread your fingers wide, shoulders directly above your wrists here. Let's pull the left knee to the left wrist there, pivot so that left heel is in line with your right hip. Let's try to keep a flat spine as we hinge our hips back to really stretch out these glutes today. Okay, so we reach the hips back. And we don't want to fold, like in yoga, we typically fold forward. We want to try our best to keep a flat spine. Okay, so we're tall and long, reaching the sit bones back. All right, and you can actually kind of play with this position. You can take your hands towards the legs. You can rock your hips, just kind of looking for tight spots within that hip joint here. You can even rotate the spine a little bit. I even like to grab this knee with my right hand and just explore that glute a bit. Really trying to get a deep stretch in that hip. Okay, and then back to our hands. Come on up. We can switch legs. Now pull that right knee to the right hand, pivot, line that left or right heel in line with the left hip. And just like before, keep a flat back, arms long, okay? So sink back into that right hip joint, rocking your hip side to side, shifting. Okay, you can come down a little lower onto an elbow, and just like before, I'll even grab with my left hand this time that right knee, rocking my hips around, rotating my spine, but I'm not rounding. We don't want to round here. We want to keep a neutral, fairly neutral position in our pelvis. Okay, exploring that glute, playing with that thigh position. All right, now come up to seated. You can face my direction. Let's cross our legs here. One last stretch to finish. I got my left leg over my right. So my legs are crossed here, not just, I have my, both ankles are on the floor. All right, we sit up tall. We can pull that thigh toward, you can already probably feel a stretch, that left thigh. Let's take the right hand to our side bend in this direction here. You can slide that right arm away from you, opening up that left hip, that left glute a bit. And then come on up, we'll go the other direction. Go deeper, you can really feel that stretch in the low back as well, front of the hip even. Really getting that side to bend. And come on up, we'll switch legs. Crossing our ankles here, we sit up tall. All right, and we'll go to the right first. Reaching, you really feel that on that left outer hip, at least I can. Really stretching that. That's actually a bit of the hip flexor that you'll feel on the left side. Okay, we can get a nice bend here. You can even rotate a little bit. Okay. Woo, that is tight. You can go to the other side. Opening through here. With some nice bonus stretches today. And we'll build the body up, and let's finish there for the afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining. Okay. Take your time out of that posture. All right, everybody. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. All right. Thank you for joining. Hope you have a lovely day. See you next week.